Hi, my name is Hemal Patel, and this is assignment 4 for Strategic Management for Professionals. The proverb I will be doing is sacrifice a plum tree to save a peach tree, and it's for Professor Lee Gordon. So what does sacrifice a plum tree to save a peach tree actually mean? Well, there are circumstances in which you must sacrifice short-term objectives in order to gain a long-term goal. And this is thought to be a scapegoat strategy where someone else would suffer the consequences so then the rest do not have to. And this was shown in a battle by General Cao where he was under siege, and to preserve supplies he told his food supply captain to dilute the rice with water in order to save grain. And when the soldiers began to complain, he had his food supply captain killed and told the soldiers that he had been selling the supplies to the enemy, which just enraged the soldiers and gave boost to their morale, in which they were able to win the battle in no time. And the business application I'm going to use for this is Microsoft's approach to software piracy in developing countries. So Microsoft has a big problem with piracy, even now today. But what happened a few years ago was there was a big problem with piracy in the developing country Brazil, and the same in China. And what was happening was a lot of Microsoft's new releases like XP, Word, PowerPoint, Office in general were being leaked out early, and then they were being pirated in these countries and sold on the black market. And Microsoft was pressuring their overseas firms to put more pressure on the government to fight these anti-piracy laws, but not as much pressure as you would think. The reason they weren't putting too much pressure on them was because they found a solution in this type of piracy. And it was by Bill Gates and the heads of Microsoft at the time that said, since these countries are developing, we should just give them the software. We should let them pirate this as much as they want. And what will happen is, as they're developing, they'll start using our software. And they'll get to a point where they've developed, and now they're hooked on our software. So they'll come back to us to buy software. And this will become a brand new market that nobody's ever really thought of on how to turn piracy into cash. And this resulted in Microsoft basically handing out free software. And it wasn't like they were standing at a street corner telling people, hey, come get free software. It was just that they were letting people pirate it. There were laws in these countries against pirating, but no one really enforced them. And Microsoft did every now and then have someone go out and arrest a person for piracy just to show that they were anti-piracy. But in reality, their hidden scheme was letting people pirate as much as they want so they can get hooked on Microsoft and then potentially become customers. And what Microsoft did in these two countries was something that not many people would see would create some sort of a profit, was letting people use free software, then getting them hooked on it, and then selling them licenses for large businesses and small businesses. And there's actually a Microsoft store in China, and there's a few in Brazil where only Microsoft stuff is sold, and no Netflix does not work there. So you would think that these two countries alone were a good enough market for Microsoft, but in essence they actually created this brand new company called Microsoft BizSpark, in which if you're a small business just starting up who has less than $1 million in assets, Microsoft will give you its software for free. You just have to go to the website, you have to sign up, and they'll give you all their software for free in the hopes that you'll get hooked on it. And then you'll go back to them and buy these licenses when you're a big enough company and you have enough money to buy it. And that is how Microsoft basically sacrificed a plum, which essentially was just its software, for a peach tree, which was people buying its software, going from being pirates to actually being paid customers. And that's my assignment for Strategic Management for Professionals. Thank you.